All right, guys, this is the 15-hour potato. Amazing, crispy, crunchy. Let's show you how we make it. You guys, all we need for this recipe is potatoes, the main ingredient, garlic, peeled, ready to go. We need a Pyrex, and you need a baking tray. Now, the size and the quantities, I'm gonna be making enough to basically make like a small portion for one person, but obviously you can adapt the recipe however you like to accommodate bigger portions. We need some rosemary and also some thyme, and that is literally all we need. Now, I've got a slicer, which I'm going to show you how we use it to slice our potatoes. Otherwise, you can slice it by hand, but obviously with this contraption here, makes life a lot easier. So let's start. So first things first, let's start slicing our potato. As I said, you can do this by hand, but it's so much easier with this device. And you want to get it really, really nice and thinly sliced, like almost translucent. You can see your fingers through them. And that's the perfect, if you like, slice to make this dish. As you can see, our potatoes are now ready. But before we start to lay our potatoes, we need to make our base of the garlicky sauce. So I'm using goose fat simply because of flavor. But ideally, I recommend using ghee or clarified butter. That's going to give you the best results. So we get our peeled garlic, which takes forever, but I cheated and got them ready peeled. Add some fresh rosemary and thyme, because we want to add that flavor to it. And then once we've done that, we simply add our ghee to the mixture. As I said, I'm using goose fat just simply because of the flavor, but ghee is my recommendation. Give it a good mix. I'm also going to add some seasoning as well. In particular, I'm going to add some chili flakes just to give it a little bit of kick. I like my food spicy, but you can add whatever you like, to be honest. You can be creative in this dish as much as you like. Add whatever spices and herbs that you like. So once that's ready, we put it in the oven, 130 degrees. You want to cook it for about an hour and a half to 2 hours until you get that garlic really nice and soft, so it's ready to be blended. So here you go. I mean, this is the way it should be looking after about 30-45 minutes, and then after an hour and a half, it's ready to be taken out. Put it aside to cool down a little bit, and then get your blender. I mean, ideally, you need a blender for this part. I mean, you can go the manual way, but blending is the best solution. You can get all those flavors combined. So literally we get a nice blend. You want to mix all those herbs and garlic together, all those spices and seasoning. You need to wear gloves for this stage, guys. Honestly, it's my recommendation. So get the potatoes. Now going to start to assemble. So get our potatoes, mix it with the clarified butter, with garlic and fresh herbs, and you need to give this a really good mix. You need to get all that butter and flavor on each individual slice of potato. So this part here is really important, but that's it. I mean, it's literally ready. There's no time to keep it to rest. Literally start assembling, get our Pyrex, put some greaseproof paper on the bottom, and start layering your dish. As I said, in terms of volume, it's literally down to how many people you want to make for. I'm making it for 1 or 2, so this is the perfect size. We've layered it. It's now ready for our next stage. So put some baking or greaseproof paper rather on top, because we're going to bake it now. So we're using baking stones to give it some weight. So we don't want everything to be really compressed and flat. You can use anything, whatever is at hand, but baking stones are the best. Put it in the oven, again, 130 degrees. This time we're going to cook for about 2 hours. And after 2 hours, you don't want to roast it. You just want to cook it. After 2 hours, put it aside, let it cool down a little bit. And then once it's cooled down, put it in the fridge overnight for at least 8 to 10 hours. Take it out, peel off the top layer of our greaseproof paper, put it on a board, give it a little tap so it pops out, peel off the first layer of greaseproof paper, and there you go. That's our potato ready to be sliced. So now it's the slicing stage. So you want to give it clean slices, but as you can see from the texture, it's completely compressed. And that's exactly what you want. Otherwise, if you put this in the fryer and it's not compressed, it's going to fall apart. But this is the type of consistency that you're looking for. And I'm making small sizes, portion sizes, which are perfect. Put these in the fryer. You want to put it at 160 to 180 degrees, and you want to cook or fry until golden brown. I mean, this is literally the type of color that you want to get it to. You want it to be nice and crispy, but also nice and fluffy and soft through the middle. And that's it, perfect. Ready for the next stage, which simply put it on a resting board. Literally just gonna add some salt and seasoning, and then that's it. This is our 15-hour crispy, garlicky potato. It's super delicious. Let's try it. All right, guys, let's go for the taste test. And we have to hear that crunch. Absolutely amazing, guys. Seriously, you gotta try this recipe.